Among the debris in my house is a book of math problems. Fellowship. That's what this is. Rules of fellowship, whatever that is. It has to do with accounting or stock. 3 merchants in a joint adventure lost 800 pounds worth of goods. A's stock was 600 pounds, B's 2,400, and C's 1,000. What must each man sustain of the loss? With that extra big S on loss. So this guy who has lovely handwriting figured it out using long division and came up with an answer somewhere. Foreign exchange, 1799, is that what? Philadelphia, 3 days, 4 months, 1799. So April 3rd, 1799 was when this was done. Who knows? Anyway, back in the olden days, when people wrote by hand, they some of them were pretty damn good at it. And the ones that were pretty damn good were people that practiced and were going to enter the job market as a clerk or an accountant. And this is before typewriters. This is before adding machines. You had to use your little brain to figure out things. You had to write clearly, so you knew who owed you money and how much they owed you. And then you also, had the ability to make pretty letters if you wanted to. This guy, I like his pen railroaded here with fractions, so he made this little leopard skin pattern. Anyway, it's just really, really cool seeing how someone with training and this is just a class. This is addition of vulgar fractions. I don't quite know what a vulgar fraction is. What is the value of a shilling? To reduce a fraction to its value. Subtraction of vulgar fractions. Anyway, it's very cool. I do have examples of writing that's this old that's impossible to read. It's sloppy, it's smudged, it's just nasty. But the person who was writing it for themselves, and they could read their own writing. They weren't writing it for a company. Look at this number. Multiply 0.6753491 by 5.376928, retaining 5 places of decimals. I wonder if this is correct. I don't think my adding machine on my phone goes that big. So I guess I'd have to use my brain. How many of us remember what 7 times 8 is? I mean, I used to know all of this stuff. I would calculate when I was a waiter. I would calculate tax without counting on my fingers. It just came right out of my head. And now it's hard for me to find the 5 on an adding machine. You know, I just don't. It's just crazy how much we forget. But anyway, isn't this beautiful? If I can find in my life here, I've got dozens of vintage diaries from 1880s, and some of them are quite beautiful. Some are quite charming. You know, the words they write rather than, I sent Alphonse to get more stuff. Now, Alphonse, I think, was a servant in the household, and stuff referred to fabrics. That's what that meant back in those days. And most of them are very simple things. The weather, and then Mrs. Smith died today, or more accurately, Mrs. Smith buried today, because she died. The writer didn't even hear that she had died the day she died. She only heard that there was going to be a funeral. So anyway, really, really cool stuff. Bye.